Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care.
In the pulsating heart of the Helios Station, a hub where intergalactic traders and scavengers mingled, the air hummed with excitement and anticipation. Neon lights flickered around the expansive auction hall, where vibrant holograms projected exotic artifacts and technological marvels from across the universe. William, a weary but hopeful human, drummed his fingers against the metal table as he surveyed the frenetic atmosphere. Bidding paddles flew up as prices soared for rare relics and unattainable curiosities. Yet his gaze drifted past the extravagance. For William, this auction wasn't about treasures. It was a last-ditch effort to salvage his dwindling finances. A series of poor investments had left him strapped for cash, and his little import business was teetering on the brink of collapse. He had come to Helios Station to find something, anything, he could flip for a profit. Up next, we have a selection of space junk, a flamboyant auctioneer boomed, her voice slicing through the chatter. Ideal for scavengers and low-budget traders. You won't want to miss this chance. William smirked. He could always pick through junk and find something valuable hidden amidst the debris. He leaned forward as the first item came up for bid, a scrapped drone, battered but fixable. He raised his paddle, joining the chorus of bids. Minutes turned into hours, and the bids kept escalating. Some items sold for astronomical sums, while others flopped miserably. William's heart raced as he participated, trying to shake off his growing anxiety. It was then he spotted it, a flicker of dazzling colors, a mysterious shimmer on the stage. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the auctioneer announced, prepare yourselves for something truly extraordinary, rare and captivating. We present to you an exotic specimen from the distant planet of Zolthonia. As the curtain shone aside, light fell upon a young alien woman, her luminescent skin glimmering in the dim light. Her captivating eyes shimmered with shades of amethyst, and long, silken tendrils framed her delicate face. She held herself with an air of defiance, her posture both powerful and graceful. Imagine the stories she could tell, the perfectly unique addition to your collection. The auctioneer hawked. William's breath caught in his throat. The description of exotic was an understatement. She was stunning. While the initial bidding war commenced, William's heart raced not with greed, but with something deeper, a primal curiosity mixed with an unexpected longing. He looked around at the other bidders, men in glittering suits and alien overlords, all eagerly vying for her. 5,000 credits! A voice bellowed, cutting through the haze of his thoughts. William instinctively raised his paddle, surprised at his own audacity. 6,000! To his astonishment, the room fell silent for a moment before the bidding erupted again. He felt an odd sense of urgency, as if destiny were propelling him forward. The numbers climbed steadily, and William was in deep. With one final push, he shouted, 10,000. The auctioneer's gavel came down, sealing his impulsive choice. The thrill of victory surged through him, overshadowed by a sudden pang of dread. What had he done? As he prepared to meet his unusual acquisition, little did he know that this impulsive decision would lead to an unexpected journey, far beyond the starry expanse of the galaxy. William's heart raced as he approached the podium where the alien girl was being prepared for transfer. The surrounding buzz of the auction hall dulled to a distant hum as reality set in. He had actually spent his hard-earned credits on a living being. He tried to shake off the unease, creeping into his gut. Suddenly, the figure of the auctioneer, with her flamboyant attire and clever smile, stood before him. Congratulations, winner. This splendid specimen will soon be yours. She is truly unrivaled. Do you want to know anything specific about her? William nodded, though he felt intimidation clawing at his insides. What's her name? He asked, swallowing hard. That, my dear friend, we do not know. Her grin widened. She was captured during a skirmish with the Galactic Union. All we have is the number assigned to her, XZ 9872. But imagine the stories she could tell. The auctioneer's enthusiasm felt like a heavy weight on his shoulders. Stories? He could practically hear his business plans disintegrating. The thought of her as a mere story or exhibit cut deeper than he anticipated. Will she be able to understand me? He managed to stammer, catching the reflection of concern in her amethyst eyes. Very likely. Zelthonians are known for their intelligence. However, consider it a challenge. Her culture may treat communication differently than ours. With that, the auctioneer waved her hand, signaling the attendants to bring the alien girl forward. To William's surprise, she strode confidently toward him, her hips swaying with an elegance that caught the attention of onlookers. "Bring her to me," William ordered, watching as the attendant stepped back, leaving him alone with her. He felt a mix of discomfort and attraction as she stood before him, looking up with a tilted head, her eyes studying his with keen interest. "Zelthonia?" he asked hesitantly, unsure how to start a conversation. She blinked slowly, and he thought for a moment she understood. "My name is Lily," she finally replied, her voice melodic and soft, sending an electric shock through him. "Lily," he repeated, gratitude blooming in his chest at the sound of her name. I bought you." Her mouth curled into a smile, although there was an edge of uncertainty deep in her eyes. "Why did you bid for me?" "I thought it was space junk," he said, looking away, feeling heat rush to his cheeks. "My intention wasn't to own me," she interrupted, tilting her head again. "And now that I am here," in that moment, he realized how little he knew about her world or her culture. "I want to learn," he admitted, keeping his gaze steady. "I'm not here to mistreat you." Lily crossed her arms, considering him carefully. "We Zelthonians value freedom above all. I was not born to be owned. If you wish to learn, you must understand this." He nodded, feeling profoundly humbled. "I understand, I truly do. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do now." She studied him for a moment longer. "If you wish to understand me, start with trust." The immediate connection stirred something in him, an overwhelming sense of responsibility. At that moment, he didn't see her as an exotic property. He saw a person. "Let's get out of here," William suggested, gesturing for the exit. The lively chatter of the auction hall faded behind them as they stepped into the bustling corridors of Helios Station. They made their way through the maze of shops and booths, each vendor showcasing wares both bizarre and beautiful. William was amazed by the diverse cultures represented. He glanced over at Lily, who was taking in her surroundings with wide-eyed wonder. Despite the strangeness of their circumstance, a part of him was thrilled to explore alongside her. "Do you like it here?" he asked as they walked. "It is big," she said slowly, carefully choosing her words. "But it feels foreign. I belong to an open sky." William felt a pang of empathy. "Where I come from, the sky is open too. You'll see the stars, just like you did on Zelthan." They paused in front of a window, displaying technological innovations, floating orbs and pulsating energy crystals. "Can you teach me about your world?" he asked, his curiosity unyielding. Lily turned toward him, and in turn, "Will you share your world with me?" As they continued to converse, weaving between laughter and serious exchanges, he began to feel more at ease with her. He felt a deep yearning to know her more, to learn her intricacies and stories. But with every enjoyment, there was an undeniable truth gnawing at the edges of William's thoughts. He had invited uncertainty into his life, and with it consequences. Soon, their explorations led them to a quieter section of the station where beings of all kinds gathered for drinks and food. William glanced at Lily as she examined a light meal displayed at a vendor stall. The way her gaze flicked across each item, sparkling with curiosity, made him smile. Here they were, two beings from completely different worlds, somehow navigating this experience together. As she chose a vibrant fruit, bursting with colors he had never seen before, William realized that he wanted to understand more than just her world. He wanted to know her essence. In that moment of sweetness and warmth, he sensed a deeper bond forming, a thread tugging at the fabric of their realities, drawing them into something he had never anticipated. Little did he know, the day ahead would weave a tapestry of challenges and revelations that would bring them closer than they could ever imagine. William and Lily wandered through the bustling streets of Helios Station, the vibrant lights dancing around them as they explored stalls filled with strange artifacts. Laughter and chatter echoed up and down the corridors, a symphony of alien sounds that felt both exhilarating and disorienting. He kept glancing at Lily, her every expression reflecting the wonder of discovery. As they stopped at a stall selling shimmering beverages that bubbled like liquid starlight, William found himself mesmerized by Lily's curiosity. She leaned over the counter to inspect the strange fruits, her fingertips delicately brushing against the displays. "What is this?" she asked, glancing at him with wide eyes. "That's a zephyr fruit," he said, smiling. "I've heard they taste like a mix of peach and mint." Before he could finish speaking, she reached for one, her fingers nimble and precise. She took a tentative bite, her eyes lighting up as the sweet and tangy flavors exploded in her mouth. A warm, mischievous grin spread across her lips. "This is delightful." Their banter flowed naturally. He shared anecdotes from his past while she revealed intriguing snippets of Zelthonian culture. The more he learned, the deeper his fascination with her grew. "Tell me about your home," he urged, curiosity burning in his gaze. Lily paused, her smile fading slightly as she gathered her thoughts. "We are people of the stars. We travel among worlds, seeking knowledge and connection," she began. "But we are also protectors of our planet. The sky is valuable to us. Beyond the galaxies, we watch over our collective existence." He frowned, sensing the weight behind her words and trying to reconcile the vibrant perspective she painted with the reality of her auction. "So you're saying you were taken against your will?" "Yes," she confessed, her voice quiet. "Our people faced an invasion, and I was captured. They thought I could be traded like a trinket." Her gaze fell to the ground for a moment, the depth of her sadness palpable. William felt his heart ache for her. "I'm sorry," he said softly. "I can't imagine what you must have gone through." She shrugged, her expression shifting, a hint of resilience returning. "I survived. I'm here now, and I want to learn more about your world. You've given me an opportunity to explore." "Let's make the most of it then," he declared, determination bubbling within him. With each passing moment their connection deepened, and he wanted to show her the universe beyond her past. As they continued through the crowded market, they stumbled upon a small performance area where musicians and dancers captivated the crowd. Colorful streamers flowed through the air, and the atmosphere brimmed with joy. "Let's watch," William suggested, pulling her toward the vibrant gathering. They found a spot near the front, where the energy was electric. The rhythm of the music reverberated through William's chest, and he couldn't help but sway along with the beat. Lily watched in awe, her eyes wide with delight as the performers spun and twirled. "This is different," she said, her voice barely rising above the music. "We express ourselves through the stories we share, but this is alive." He watched her face light up, and in that moment, William realized how much he wanted her to enjoy this new experience. Every bright color and enchanting melody drew her in, and he couldn't help but smile, intoxicated by her joy. "Let's dance," he exclaimed, seizing her hand. Lily hesitated. A flicker of uncertainty crossed her features. "Dance? Yes. Why not? Just feel the music." He pulled her closer, swaying to the infectious rhythm. Tentatively, she followed his lead, her movements initially awkward as she adjusted to the beat. Slowly, though, confidence surged through her, and soon they were dancing side by side, laughter bubbling as they stumbled through new steps. Their bodies moved closer, electric anticipation swirling between them. The world around them melted away. The musicians, the crowd, all faded into the background, leaving only the two of them, immersed in the infectious joy of the moment. Breathless, William locked eyes with Lily, and he felt a surge of connection that was impossible to ignore. He could see the spark in her expression, the mixture of happiness and a hint of something deeper. "This is amazing," he breathed, heart racing. "You're amazing." Lily's cheeks flushed with color, a charming blush on her otherwise striking features. "You are kind, William. Thank you for this day." As they danced, a warmth enveloped him. It lay beyond the thrill of the rhythm, something primal and enchanting. The attraction between them intensified, and William found himself lost in the depths of her gaze, feeling a magnetic pull toward her. Time seemed to stretch, and just as the performance reached a crescendo, something shifted. An unspoken understanding passed silently between them, fueling the growing intimacy. The laughter faded, leaving only the sounds of heartbeats and electric energy thrumming in the air. With a simple movement, he reached out, brushing a stray tendril from her face. Her breath hitched, a shared tension unraveling in the charged air around them. "Lily," he started, his voice barely a whisper. "I sense it too," she replied, her voice soft as she stepped closer, closing the distance between them. "That connection, it is undeniable." Underneath the stars, painted by the colored lights, he cupped her face, feeling the warmth radiating from her skin, their breaths synchronizing, hearts pounding like the fervent beat of the universe around them. They took a step closer, whispering promises of a bond that would transcend the constraints of their worlds. But just as the moment felt perfect, reality crashed in. The remnants of auctioneers shouting, traders haggling, and the fundamental truth of their circumstances loomed behind them, sharp and unforgiving. As if reading his mind, she touched his arm, grounding him. "What must we do now?" He inhaled deeply, summoning the courage he would need to forge an unpredictable path ahead. "We'll find a way, together. I won't let anyone take you from me again," he declared, a harshness edging into his voice that surprised even him. Lily nodded, determination mingling with her vulnerability. "Then let's begin. There is much to learn, and much to face." Together, they left the performance area, exhilarated yet burdened by the weight of their newfound connection. With each step, they knew they were on the brink of an adventure, one that would challenge their perceptions of freedom, love, and the bonds that could form between the stars. The glimmering hustle of Helios Station surrounded William and Lily as they navigated their way toward the quieter sections. The vibrant atmosphere teemed with life. Traders called out their wares, musicians strummed haunting melodies, and chefs sizzling exotic dishes filled the air with tantalizing aromas. Yet they felt cloaked in their own world, a cocoon woven from their mutual curiosity and shared secrets. "Where should we go first?" William asked, glancing down at Lily. The subtle glow in her eyes spoke volumes, reflecting a sense of adventure that matched his own. "Show me more of your world," she replied, a warm smile tugging at her lips. "I want to see what makes you human." He gestured toward a cluster of stalls, showcasing various artifacts. "Here's the Curiosity Market. It's a great place to find unique technological inventions and samples from across the galaxy. We can see how humans live." As they approached, William pointed toward a stall displaying holographic projectors, antique gadgets, and remnants of earthly history mixed with alien artifacts. "This is where traders sell old Earth technology," he said. "The stories behind some of these items are fascinating." Lily carefully inspected a vintage pocket watch, the intricate design fascinating her. "What is its purpose?" "It tells time," William answered, grinning at her innocent wonder. "This is how we coordinate activities, manage our daily lives. It's different from relying on the stars, isn't it?" She nodded, fascinated. "It seems limiting to bind your existence to a set sequence. We rely on the rhythm of nature, the cycles of our moons. Life is more fluid." He watched her expression flicker with melody, like a flowing river of thoughts. "But there's beauty in structure too. It allows us to achieve goals, connect with one another. You'll see." "Is that why you're here at the auction, to achieve something?" she asked, a teasing lilt in her voice. William pondered for a moment, realizing he had more than business aspirations in mind. "I came to survive," he admitted. "But now, I think I'm learning there's more at stake. Perhaps I'm seeking connection as much as profit." She smiled knowingly, and they moved to the next stall, where a vendor demonstrated a hovering device, a curious green orb that glided effortlessly in the air. The vendor called out, "Witness the latest in hovertech. Perfect for your next journey." William chuckled. "You'd love this. Imagine a world where technology enhances travel, where you can glide above your surroundings rather than being bound to the ground. Lily's eyes sparkled, and she reached out to touch the orb, examining it with a mix of astonishment and excitement. "This is incredible." As the vendor noticed their interest, he leaned in. "Want to give it a try?" he asked. "Can we?" Lily replied, her curiosity alight. "Absolutely." The vendor handed them the orb, instructing them on how to control its movements. With an exchange of glances, they activated the device together. The orb zipped out of Lily's hand, hovering up into the air before returning, dazzling her with its agility. Laughter erupted from both of them as they took turns guiding it, their playful competition unveiling deeper emotions than words could express. After playing with the hover tech, they made their way outside, arriving at a panoramic view of the star-speckled cosmos surrounding Helios Station. The brilliance of the celestial bodies stretched infinitely before them. "Look!" William exclaimed, pointing at a constellation flickering with colors. "That one's called the Veil of Stars. The legends say it connects to the story of lost souls, those who long to be found." Lily gazed at the cosmos, a sense of determination twinkling in her eyes. "My people often tell tales of the stars. We believe they hold secrets to past lives, illuminating our paths." "Do you think the stars tell your story?" he asked, intrigued. "Perhaps they reflect our wishes," she replied. "There is magic in the darkness, and wise those who listen can find their way." William felt a swell of emotion, something he struggled to articulate. "You have a gift, Lily. You see beauty in uncertainty. I'm used to looking for patterns, but that can trap us." Lily turned, her gaze piercing through him. "And I see strength in your purpose. Balance is essential, William. You must find both structure and freedom." The profound connection ignited between them again, an intangible thread bringing them closer. Yet they were worlds apart, dancing on the precipice of an unexpected bond. As afternoon faded into evening, the bustling sounds of the station dimmed, preparing for the nightly festivities. Colorful lights began to swirl above them, illuminating the peaceful atmosphere. "Let's join in the celebration," William suggested, feeling the electricity spark within him. The evening was still young, and he wanted to continue uncovering the layers of their connection. Hand in hand, they entered the vibrant marketplace, filled with sounds of laughter, music, and storytelling. Artists performed their crafts, and various beings mingled, enjoying the celebratory spirit. At a nearby stage, a storyteller began weaving a tale of legends from distant galaxies. Lily squeezed William's hand tighter as they listened, captivated by the rich tradition of sharing experiences. The storyteller spoke of love that transcended worlds, illustrating the beauty of connection and the power of unity among different races. The weight of the words hung heavy in the air, electrifying them with understanding. Lily turned to him, unspoken emotions radiating from her gaze. "You feel it too, don't you? The pull beyond our pasts?" "It's undeniable," he replied, depth shining in his eyes. As the storyteller concluded, the crowd burst into cheers. Lily stepped closer, and William's heart raced as he felt her warmth. The emotions bubbling between them ignited something he could no longer ignore. In that moment, he tilted her chin up gently with his fingers, sorting through the words caught in his throat. "Lily, can I?" Before he could finish, she reached up on her tiptoes, leaning into him with a softness that stole his breath away. Their lips met in a tentative, electrifying kiss that transcended their worlds, a passionate communion of souls entwined above the stars. Time stilled around them, and nothing existed apart from that singular moment, filled with promise and discovery. As their kiss deepened, clarifying passions rising, they realized they had woven something new, something beautiful, a connection strengthened through exploration, understanding, and undeniable chemistry, one that neither could fathom, yet welcomed with open hearts. However, the thrill of their newfound bond was interlaced with the imposing shadows of an uncertain future. They had traversed the sparkling borders of their worlds, but the realities of the auction and the conditions of their existence loomed ahead, calling for resolution, confrontation, and choice. As their lips finally parted, Lily and William drew back slightly, their breaths mingling in the charged air. The kiss had ignited a fire in both of their souls, unveiling emotions that surged with intensity. But with that passion came an unignorable reality. "What do we do now?" William asked, his voice low, a mixture of excitement and uncertainty dancing in his expression. "I want to know you, William, truly know you," Lily replied, a promise lacing her words. "I want to feel our connection fully." He nodded. "I want that too, but I know it won't be without challenges. We're from different worlds." "Different worlds," she interrupted gently. "But we are together. There's magic in that." Before he could respond, their moment shattered as a loud commotion erupted in the market square. A group of raucous traders, who had participated in the auction, stumbled forth, their eyes scanning the crowd with familiar greed. "There she is, the Zolthonian. Grab her," one shouted, anger flashing in his eyes. William felt the blood drain from his face as he instinctively shielded Lily. "No," he spat, stepping protectively in front of her. "You can't take her." The traders advanced, their intentions clear. "You don't own her, human," one bellowed, shoving William's shoulder roughly. "She's valuable merchandise." An electrifying rush of adrenaline surged through William, igniting a fire deep in his core. "She is not merchandise. She is a person, and I'll fight for her freedom." Spurred by his declaration, Lily moved to his side, face resolute. "I will not be taken again. I will stand with him." "Fools, you think you can resist?" The trader sneered, marching forward. "She belongs to the galaxy, and we'll take her back." In that moment, anger and fear coursed through William. The realization dawned upon him. He had to protect Lily not only from physical harm, but from the shackles of her past, the very same chains that had reduced her to an auction item. Feeling the weight of the moment, he turned to Lily. "Are you ready?" "For anything," she declared, her voice firm with conviction. With a battle cry, they faced the traders together, refusing to back down. The clash of wills ignited a primal energy, a fusion of human and Zolthonian power. With each passing moment, William felt a deeper connection to her. It was as if their very beings were intertwined, merging strength and passion in a way that could captivate the universe. A scuffle ensued, but amidst the chaos, they found themselves retreating to a secluded corner of the market. William's heart raced, not only from the fight but from the fierce desire that burned through him for Lily. "William," she breathed, cupping his face, her touch igniting their shared longing. "We must claim our fate." An overwhelming urgency seized him. "Let's embrace this connection," he gasped, their proximity blazing with its intensity. At that moment, they felt an ethereal pull directing their movements, a call to unite as more than just beings of different worlds, but as partners meant to flourish together. In the dim light, Lily stepped closer, their lips brushing as their bodies intertwined. With each gentle movement, a wave of warmth coursed through them, overwhelming any lingering doubt as they finally surrendered to fate, to desire. As their bodies melded, the boundary between human and alien effortlessly dissolved. This was more than physical. It was the embrace of their spirits, a mating ritual that transcended the confines of their species. In those tender moments, they mingled fervently, letting their desires paint a colorful tapestry that spoke of deeper connection, trust, and unity. Time lost its meaning as they became one, a celebration of their entwined destinies, forging a path through challenges, amidst the vibrant chaos of the universe that surrounded them. As they lay together, hearts racing and skin entwined, they realized the true power of their bond. Their love could reshape the very fabric of their worlds. Together, they could defy the odds. But the echoes of upheaval were still lurking, and the protection of their union would require more than just passion. They had to confront the auction traders, fulfill their promises, and ultimately determine how to navigate the challenges ahead. The soft, pulsating glow of the Helios station filled the air as William and Lily gathered themselves, the rush of their mating still resonating through their bodies. They lay together, feeling the warmth of each other's skin, the weight of what they had just experienced slowly sinking in. "Wow," he breathed, glancing at her, a mix of awe and excitement written across his face. That was incredible. Lily smiled, her expression radiant. We have both bridged a gap between our worlds. Our connection, it's like a spark that ignites the stars, she replied, her voice laced with wonder. But we can't ignore what happened back there. He shifted. We need to protect what we formed. If they come for you again, if the traitors find us, we need a plan. Lily nodded, her demeanor growing serious. We will not let them take me again. I am not a trophy, and I will choose my path. He leaned closer, enveloping her in a protective embrace. You are my mate, Lily. I will fight to keep you safe. The weight of those words sank into him. It wasn't just about possession. It was a promise born from a deep bond of mutual respect and strength. Then together we will stand. My people taught me that mates share energies. We can draw power from each other. Wisdom, clarity. Her amber eyes glimmered with determination. We can confront them. With renewed purpose, they decided to track down the traitors. The energy of connection pulsing between them fueled their resolve. They left the vibrant atmosphere of the market behind, moving to quieter corners of the station where secrets could be tucked away. As they navigated through the labyrinth of stalls, William yanked the fabric of reality to focus on their mission. He realized that not only did he need Lily's protection, he needed her perspective. She understood the essence of her being better than he did. What do we do first? He asked, glancing around cautiously as they approached a group of raucous traders lingering on the fringes of the market square. We confront them. We show them that I am not a commodity, she declared firmly, standing tall beside him. As they approached, the evildoers eyed them with surprise. One of the traders, a burly alien with gleaming eyes and a twisted smile, stepped forward. Back for more, human. Thought you could hide her. William squared his shoulders, feeling adrenaline surge through him. No, you will not take her again. She's my mate, a formidable being with strength beyond your comprehension. The trader laughed mockingly. Is that so? An Zelthonian is no match for our power, human. She will be ours again, as it was originally intended. Lily stepped closer to William, gathering strength from his presence. You speak of value as if it is defined by ownership, but a mate is not an object to hold, nor a prize to win. You cannot take me back. The air became electric, the crowd around them quieting as tension simmered. You think you can stand against me? The trader sneered, taking a step toward them. With mere words. Words are the foundation of connection, William countered, stepping in front of Lily protectively. And in that connection, we are stronger. With an unexpected surge, the trader lunged, and chaos erupted as William instinctively pushed Lily behind him, preparing himself to protect their bond with all he had. The ensuing scuffle felt like an explosion of raw emotions, loyalty, desperation, the instinct to protect what was precious. As fists flew and tension peaked, Lily's voice rang out above the turmoil. William, we are mates. Together. In an instant, the world shifted again, clarity enveloping William's mind. He could feel Lily's presence powerfully beside him, not just as an ally, but as a unified force. The perspective of their connection surged through them like wildfire. Together, he shouted, summoning all they had forged in their moments of intimacy. With newfound hope and shared energy, they pressed forward with determination. Realizing the unity of their spirits fueled their strength, they fought fiercely yet strategically. Two beings from different worlds, bound by a connection that transcended species, each move grounded in instinct and instinctual knowledge of each other. As the struggle culminated, their combined force overwhelmed the traitors' group, driving them back into retreat. Panting, they faced each other, their breaths mingling in the aftershock of adrenaline and triumph. In that moment of victory, William recognized the journey they had undertaken, a journey of acceptance, of embracing both their worlds. You are my mate, he repeated, tracing her cheek with his fingers, the weight of his feelings swirling between them. Together we can conquer anything. Yes, she agreed, tears welling in joy and strength. Let us forge the path ahead, sharing every aspect of our lives, united in our bond. In that defining moment, They sealed their commitment, transformed by the trials they had overcome, determined to nurture their connection and thrive as mates amidst the cosmos, freeing themselves from the chains of their pasts. Finally, hand in hand, they resolved to face whatever lay ahead with heads held high, unstoppable, intertwined, united under the brilliance of the stars that now belonged to them both, with clarity guiding their hearts and determination shaping their path. William and Lily stood hand in hand, watching the last remnants of the traders retreat into the chaotic depths of Helios Station. The remnants of their confrontation echoed in the air, but the warmth of their connection infused every ounce of light returning to the atmosphere. They turned to face one another, relief washing over them as the adrenaline settled. "We did it," William breathed, disbelief filling his voice. "We stood together." Lily stepped closer, her vibrant eyes shimmering with emotion. "Together, we are unstoppable. The power of our bond can resist any force." "Not just power, but joy," he replied, remembering the laughter and moments they had shared. "Not just fighting, but exploring, finding the magic in their differences. Now we can truly discover who we are as mates," she said, a knowing smile spreading across her lips. A sense of excitement unfurled within him. "Yes, let's explore the universe together. There's so much I want to learn about you and your culture. And so much for me to learn about humanity," she added, her voice wrapping around him like a gentle breeze. "We have only just begun." With renewed vigor, they left the now quiet market square, stepping into the vibrant corridors in the pulsating heart of the Helios Station, a hub where intergalactic traders and scavengers mingled. The air hummed with excitement and anticipation. Neon lights flickered around the expansive auction hall, where vibrant holograms projected exotic artifacts and technological marvels from across the universe. William, a weary but hopeful human, drummed his fingers against the metal table as he surveyed the frenetic atmosphere. Bidding paddles flew up as prices soared for rare relics and unattainable curiosities. Yet his gaze drifted past the extravagance. For William, this auction wasn't about treasures. It was a last-ditch effort to salvage his dwindling finances. A series of poor investments had left him strapped for cash, and his little import business was teetering on the brink of collapse. He had come to Helios Station to find something, anything, he could flip for a profit. "Up next, we have a selection of space junk," a flamboyant auctioneer boomed, her voice slicing through the chatter. "Ideal for scavengers and low-budget traders. You won't want to miss this chance." William smirked. He could always pick through junk and find something valuable hidden amidst the debris. He leaned forward as the first item came up for bid, a scrap drone, battered but fixable. He raised his paddle, joining the chorus of bids. Minutes turned into hours, and the bids kept escalating. Some items sold for astronomical sums, while others flopped miserably. William's heart raced as he participated, trying to shake off his growing anxiety. It was then he spotted it, a flicker of dazzling colors, a mysterious shimmer on the stage. "And now, ladies and gentlemen," the auctioneer announced, "prepare yourselves for something truly extraordinary, rare and captivating. We present to you an exotic specimen from the distant planet of Zolthonia." As the curtain shone aside, light fell upon a young alien woman, her luminescent skin glimmering in the dim light. Her captivating eyes shimmered with shades of amethyst, and long, silken tendrils framed her delicate face. She held herself with an air of defiance, her posture both powerful and graceful. "Imagine the stories she could tell. The perfectly unique addition to your collection," the auctioneer hawked. William's breath caught in his throat. The description of exotic was an understatement. She was stunning. While the initial bidding war commenced, William's heart raced not with greed, but with something deeper, a primal curiosity mixed with an unexpected longing. He looked around at the other bidders, men in glittering suits and alien overlords,